Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells. I have a plan for this run. I kind of know what I want and what I want to do. What do I want out of all this? There's some pretty good equipment here, but I'm actually gonna go survival, and here's my plan. Spartan sandals. We're gonna have the Spartan sandals in our backpack, and then when we get to the lighthouse, we will kick the queen off of the tower. And the reason why I want to do this with survival, wow, the damage here sucks. The reason why I want to do this with survival is because if we get like a good crossbow or something, we can use that for the whole run. It's a very powerful and kind of easy to use weapon. Maybe we'll take a tombstone. We'll see what shows up. But the Spartan sandals don't scale with survival. As a result, love that. We actually already got legendary equipment, which is pretty sweet. Because it doesn't scale with survival, actually I guess just trying to, man, this is gonna take a long time. I guess I'm just gonna have to like poop out some Poyo Power eggs in order to actually do this. Oh my god, it's a legendary one! Well, you know what? Why not? That's kind of it's better than the one that we currently have. That's interesting. All right, well, I mean, we'll freaking take it. That's highly surprising. But basically, okay, here's my plan. My plan, in case you can't tell, is to just poop out a whole bunch of eggs and use that to kill, did I say poop out a whole bunch of eggs to kill things? No, I want to get to the lighthouse and I want to be able to use the Spartan sandals, but without having the Spartan sandals kill the queen. So we're just going to be doing this a little bit slowly here. And, you know, honestly, a katana will probably beat the ice shards for the time being. Oh, this game is rigged. It might be rigged. But wow, I didn't hit any of them. Might be rigged, but this has been a pretty tough achievement. You know, the one time I actually did have Spartan sandals up on the queen fight, I didn't get the achievement because, better than magnetic grenade, I didn't get the achievement because I killed the queen with the power of the kick as opposed to the fall damage from the kick. So we almost got it to work, but it does seem a little bit RNG based. You know, we have to make sure, I guess you could probably like perfectly figure out the timing for things, but it seems just a little bit tough to time it correctly so that you actually kill the queen with the correct thing. It's gonna be a little tricky. So, you know, I'm not surprised that it might take a little bit of time. You know, I gotta admit the egg is kind of growing on me a little bit. But hopefully we just find like a better weapon. Hopefully we find just like a crossbow or a gravestone or a big hammer or something, and we can just use that for the entire time, because that would be a little bit more ideal, by the way. I do love that they kind of teleport up into my egg. It is very useful. And then honestly, you know, maybe this will be a bit of a shield-focused start here, because I don't have a good survival weapon right now, and I hope that we can find one at some point. But my goal for this run, there's 2 achievements I want. I don't know why I would want more Spartan sandals, but, you know, sure, why not? My only goal for this run is kick the queen. That was a weird sound effect there. And then also I want to, I don't know where the exit is, defeat the lighthouse with the servant's outfit. We still have not done that achievement, so I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now, I think. It's my first run of the day. You know, I gotta just refocus my energies a little bit. So let's try to focus it up a little bit here. You know, we know what we're doing. Later says, I love seeing the enemies get one shot by a parry. It is nice. It is growing on me to a small extent. I do hope that it continues being good for us as we progress here. Where are we gonna go? As far as biomes go, I think it's probably pretty much a wash. We could go to the sewers, and I know that I love the sewers. We could go DLC path with survival equipment. I do think it's probably better to go DLC path because of the fact that pretty much no matter what you get, the tick, Mama Tick, is pretty much equally easy to take out, minus the random damage that you're guaranteed to take, at least as far as I am concerned, on the fight. But I can't remember what I did last time. That's the problem. I can't remember if I went to the sewers or if I went to DLC path. I feel like it's been a little while since we fought the Watcher, though. We could probably try some sort of a Watcher build. I don't know, maybe legendary Poyo powers is what we need. Legendary eggs in order to poop them out onto the tentacles or something. Give it a shot. But you know what? Lacerating Aura is pretty decent here. A lot of flying enemies that get easily countered by the aura. And at some point we do need to do concierge path, but actually in my head I'm thinking about saving that for maybe curse sword runs. I have to maybe plan out a different assortment of equipment to take around for the curse sword runs, but concierge is probably the boss that you want to fight early. I worry about going to Mama Tick on a cursed sword run and then just dying because of the fact that the tick itself is does have a little bit of variability in whether or not you get hit on the first attack, which is not super in my favor most of the times recently. I've taken a lot of damage on tick. You know what, this sword, it's not outstanding, but it'll be good for the time being, until we find something better. Should probably even try to do like more parries. Or just more crit shots, which are actually pretty damaging. All right, corrupted power, no thank you. Later says if you want to make sure you're going a new path, you can always go promenade into ramparts. I hate the promenade. It's my least successful, least favorite biome. Every time I've gone to the promenade, I've just had horrible luck with it. Maybe that's on me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit too comfortable and familiar with these paths, you know? You know what it seems like? It seems like every egg is stunning. I mean, it's stunning. They're beautiful, you know. I should use that ability on Easter or something. But like every attack from the egg feels like it's actually applying a stagger to the enemies. So it kind of feels clunk. It kind of feels like it's very good for crowds actually, because you're not going to be really surrounded, at least not that easily. Rhythm and Bozuki. You know what? Let's do it. Okay, hold on. Let me clear a little space here. Seemed to have worked pretty all right. Now. Okay, you know, there's definitely a weird pattern for this, and I know I've tried to use this before to poor effect, but I don't know, maybe now's the time to use the rhythm and soul. Arcatraz just says that poor loot. Oh Lord. I'm good with timing in general in video games. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, no, from 0. I don't know. Just give me a tombstone, please. Where's my tombstone? Okay, we will have to put points into brutality or tactics, depending on what we get, because we're going survival. You know, I do want... to, things are dying pretty quickly. Come here, birds. It does a lot of damage, okay? I will admit, this thing does a ton of damage if you can actually get those crits in sequence. Anyways, we need to put points into brutality or tactics. I might actually go for HP as opposed to raw damage output on my upgrades though, because I want to... Oh, this will be interesting. I just don't understand dodge rolling and trying to get the timing window correct on it. Anyways, I don't want to do a lot of damage with the Spartan Sandals. I'm like never finishing a train of thought today. I don't want to upgrade the Spartan Sandals because I don't want them to do a lot of damage to the Queen. I want the Spartan Sandals to just do a little bit of damage and then a lot of knockback, because that's how I want to kill the Queen. We have to kill the Queen like that. We did it before and we killed her with the physical kick. That's not what I'm looking for. Random skills. Giant's Whistle's pretty good. The lacerating aura has been really nice though, so I think I'm not gonna spend my money here. Honestly, if there is a weapon shop, I would prefer that. He died before he came down to me. You know, I will say at least this weapon does have huge range, except when you don't get the crit. It's very risk reward, because if you miss the crit window on it, let's keep going tactics, at least for now. If you miss the crit window on it, you won't, or you might not kill an enemy that is right in front of you. But like, it's got such big range on it. It's a weird weapon. I do feel like though that the timing for the crit is just like wrong. And maybe it's just me. Maybe other people are enjoying this weapon and they're like, it's easy. Whenever I use it, I always feel like I'm getting the crits wrong. Explorer's Instinct. Well, let's see where we are. There's a cursed chest. Let's go. This is gonna make it a little tough to live, but I will absolutely take it. Was there another shop on the floor? You know what? We actually do get another weapon, so I'll take this instead. I have to admit, I'm liking the items on the run so far. We have a colorless weapon that it's gonna be good for us. We have chicken egg power, I guess, for the time being. He's coming. Just gonna do this, especially with you coming. I don't even know if I can stop you from hitting me. Like, will my dodge roll protect me? I got no freaking idea. There's something down here. Curse was lifted? So I tried, you probably saw what I tried to do. I tried to attack the barrel so that it would get reflected. Instead, I attacked under the barrel when it bounced, but because I just was very lucky that there was 2 rats and 1 enemy, I cleansed my curse before I died. So thank you very much for that game. I gotta find a new strategy for dealing with those enemies. Oh my god. Is there another shop? There's no shop. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the next floor. Although I'm happy with the weapon now. Other than the fact that apparently it's really difficult for me to hit anything that's even minorly above me, but I guess that's what the LT is for right now. You know, let's just use this basically at all times. You know what? It's a bad hit to take. No reason to get hit by that rampaging zombie. Powerful grenade, yes please. Well, I think we kind of have our build now. I have enough good equipment. You jerk. At least I think I have enough good equipment. It's decent enough for the time being. Let's go to the prison. You know what? Mushroom Boy is another achievement I'm gonna have to get at some point. But here's my plan with Mushroom Boy. If I take Mushroom Boy with me to the necromancy. If I take Mushroom Boy with me to the collector, the queen, it doesn't matter who. All I have to do is win a run, and then that achievement will be knocked out. This is a run where, because I have to kill the queen with the sandals, I kind of have to plan for it, I feel. Okay, Maw of the Deep. I'm not gonna do it when I'm cursed. We will do it at some point. Everybody's favorite boy achievement. I mean, Serenade is my favorite boy. Ooh, we might have enemies on this level. We don't, luckily. Gotta be a little careful here. I don't believe it. I dodge rolled, but I dodge rolled in the direction that he was tossing it. Oh my god, and a little bit too early. Ah! That was a nice shot, says Arcatraz. It was a nice shot, unfortunately. Oh my god. Yeah, it hit me below the platform's level. It missed the platform. Yeah, it's a warm-up run. We're gonna, okay. Cool it, relax. Deep breaths. No more deaths to curse. I don't know. This is like a, I'm revitalized. I'm renewed now. My salt has left my body. Let's play some Dead Cells. And what are we doing today? We're gonna take survival. We're gonna find some boots, not these boots. We're gonna find other boots. We're gonna find boots that allow us to kick the queen off of the tower, and we're gonna kick the queen off of the tower. That's what we're doing today, and we have the servant outfit so we can do that achievement at the same time. 2 achievements, 1 run, easy. What weapons? Tell you what, why don't you give me firebrands early? And with firebrands, I guess we have Mushroom Boy, maybe we can keep him for the whole run. With firebrands, I'm going to just light enemies on fire and then run. That's gonna be my strategy for the immediate future right now. Mushroom Boy, you know what? This is maybe a good use case for Mushroom Boy. If you have a ranged build, I guess it won't really matter if he's pushing enemies away from you. So maybe we could go survival. This way we don't scale the Spartan sandals when we actually find a pair. Because we want to make sure that we kill the queen with the fall damage, not with the weapon damage, which is what happened last time. So maybe a ranged survival build with Mushroom Boy, maybe we can actually do 3 achievements. You know? All we gotta do is keep Mushroom Boy with us, and if we have a ranged build, that doesn't seem that, you know, implausible. Of course, I don't think that these sites have actually hit anything yet. That seemed highly not amazing. Is Elite is still alive, by the way? Why is he still... Mushroom Boy! I guess Mushroom Boy can't hit him when he jumps or something. Is that what's going on? Anyways, we got a torch, but I'm kind of invested in like a ranged Mushroom Boy run. Okay. Swarm. It's probably better than the Scarecrow sickles. I'm not a big fan of the sickles. Oh my lord. Celso, welcome. Drama, welcome as well to the stream. Hello, everyone. Let's get started here. Let's get started on what is absolutely totally the first run of the day. Did not die in prison depths. No, no, no. Celso says, I like the sickles. The sickles are... I understand the value of them, and I understand how to make them work. My problem with the sickles is that if I am dodging enemies, I'm not gonna have the time to dodge the sickles. You know, I gotta time my freaking dodges, man. Dude, Mushroom Boy, why is your damage so bad? I guess you're not a super legendary version, you're just a crappy Mushroom Boy version right now. I do love this guy getting covered in oil constantly. It does help me a lot. And then honestly, I love the idea of just, you know, lighting enemies on fire and just letting them do their thing. When by that I of course mean dying. Let's keep going. XZZ2, welcome to the stream. And Jojo44, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a great day today. I'm doing all right myself. You know what? Give me that extra HP from the Hunter's Grenade and the extra stats as well. I definitely do not feel that powerful right now, so anything that can help me up a little bit, I'll take. All right. Yeah, I definitely do need to be parrying a little bit more here too. Explosive decoy. Assault shield. I'd rather have neither of these things. Okay, we're gonna go to the sewers again. Just don't die this time. I mean, first run of the day, warm up. Spade, welcome to the stream. What achievements are you going for? Secret portal? Sorry, didn't see it, Celso. Okay, what are we doing? Let's rehash. Servant outfit in the Lighthouse, easy achievement, you just gotta survive. Mushroom Boy, if we keep him alive and keep the item fighting the queen, we get an achievement there, I think. Then, find Spartan sandals, kick the crap out of the queen with the Spartan sandals, get an achievement there. So I guess we're gonna go for like triple achievements, 3 achievements, 1 run. Twice the pleasure and 3 times the fun. I'll try it, you know, I'll definitely try it. We'll see what happens. This is just, there's nothing here. It's just a pathway with literally nothing in it. I do worry that, hello? I do worry that Mushroom Boy is not gonna be amazing, because I generally don't think of Mushroom Boy as particularly great anyways, but, you know, I gotta admit, damage over time, I enjoy a lot, because it means that I can just quickly get through areas, light enemies on fire, and they will die eventually. So just keep lighting things up. It might take things a moment to die, but as long as we keep enemies in the fire, they're on a clock. I guess that's part of the problem is, you know, you can't really guarantee that the enemies are gonna be standing in the fire when they're teleporting after you the whole time, but it's not that hard to just keep, you know, turning around and spitting more poison or more fire at people. Not more poison. What do you think this is, the carbine? Yeah, more survival please, thank you very much. Mushroom Boy, I don't know how you got down there. I do wish that you did something though while you were down there, would have helped me out a great deal. I'm loving the application of oil. I didn't even see you. I do wish that, oh, you're active anyways. I do kind of wish that I had a different way of applying oil. Honestly, like an oil grenade might be kind of nice, but what would be even better is just a better weapon. No, 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 no. Could you just, like, F off? I know that you can parry the lasers, just awkward. I have no actual damage right now. We gotta find some weapons. To be honest with you, I have half the mind just to take a random red scaling amulet just so that we can have a little bit more damage on the fire until we find a better weapon. Is it just me, or is it kind of hard to find weapons early? It seems like the early shops are skill-based as opposed to weapons-based. This seems to happen more and more frequently, where I start a run and I'm like, I just need to find a weapon and then I'm good. And then, like, prisoners' quarters, no weapon shops. Morass of the banished, finally find a weapon shop. It's like, where's my loot, man? Okay, Mushroom Boy, be careful. We got OP damage. Yeah, we got severely OP damage right now with the fire. It's just making me yearn for an alchemic carbine tactics run. Okay, we're gonna go tactics. I assume that at some point I'm just gonna roll a crossbow because I'm trying to get achievements here. And if we find a crossbow, that's just easy achievements in the bag, basically. Dun 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 dun. What do we have? Shrapnel axes, no thank you. Not a big fan. Not only because of the invisible projectiles, but to me it feels like if you have the shrapnel axes, they don't actually throw projectiles if you hit with the melee. It's one or the other, you don't get both. I admit that I should probably like look into it a little bit more to figure out what's going on with the shrapnel axes, but it does seem a little weird using them. At least personally, it feels like I'm not getting the damage output that I would otherwise like. But who knows? Hello. That's when you know you're in a good spot, when you get chirp, 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 chirp. Just trying to get away from the damn crystal, although, to be honest, maybe parrying this thing 8 times is the way to go. Okay. Poisons enemies that wound you. We don't need poison. Mushroom Boy, at least right now, he's not a problem because I'm not ranged, I'm more passive with the fire. But I will admit that Mushroom Boy, he is adding a certain chaoticness to the run. Because I will fully admit to just kind of letting him knock things around and then hoping for the best. And it's kind of working to a small extent. Okay, what do we got? Syringe. Well, I mean, if we want to cheese, well, let's not. It's not really cheesing because like it's a good item and it's in the game. Like it exists in the game. It's not cheating, it's a mechanic. And like it's a pretty good freaking mechanic right there. You just spin to win. But you know, for the Curse Sword run that I want to do at some point, for this run where it's just do a run, let's save our cheesiness for a different time. You know, let's save it for when we have like a legendary one show up on a run. Or when I am insanely desperate. I'm not that desperate right now. Or so I would like you to believe. Now I gotta admit, it's a weapon, but I do love the firebrands, at least so far. Jope Score says, I restarted some runs because a lot of my weapons were trash. 4 BC without good weapons is rough. We got a good weapon. That being said, I like the recycling tubes. The recycling tubes, they do a good job of enabling you to have at least something when you start a run, you know? I'm not gonna spend too much money. How much is that crossbow? We'll keep the repeater crossbow for the time being. It's actually a fantastic weapon. All right, scroll fragments, chests, whatnot. Let's go explore. Yeah, the recycling tubes to offer you random weapons is pretty sweet. I enjoy that they added that into the game back whenever they did, because it was always annoying in Dead Cells to start a run, and then your first floor shop was actually a weapon shop because you would just have no weapons. You know, you'd be able to start with the you'd be able to start with like the rusty sword. Oh no, actually, don't you get? There's an unlock in Dead Cells where it's like you get to start with a random sword, right? So you can get those pretty easily and early in your game, so that you actually do get random equipment. But then after a while, you start to realize that you're missing out on the skills, and then yeah, that's where the recycling tubes comes in. I think, yeah, makes sense. I think, right? I think. Do a lot of thinking around here. We done. Scroll fragment, a few random enemies. We are otherwise done. Let's get that fragment. Bonk. Failed experiments and rampagers have a lot of health when you have base weapons. It's also that because I don't have any like oil, the fire isn't really applying for as long as I would like, so these enemies are kind of tough to deal with if you're just running past them. But we got it done, we found a better weapon, and now I'm much more confident going to the prison for totally the first time today. That's right, Disturbed. You do get a random amulet on the higher BCs without recycling tubes. Which is important because you have to get the HP to actually survive, so it makes a lot of sense that exists. Dun, dun. Again, that's just part of my, it's kind of just been a long time since I was in the early game of Dead Cells. I've just been playing the game for a long time. Yeah, remember, you start with the rusty sword, the rusty bow, and the wooden shield. You get upgrades from the collector that give you other equipment as starting weapons randomly, and then eventually you get the recycling tubes, which is like, what kind of a run do you want today? Imagine 100 HP on BC5. I mean, that's exactly the point. The point is that it's impossible to survive on 100 HP on BC5. You get hit once, and you're already hitting your, Yo, come here. You get hit once, and you're already hitting your one-shot protection. Like, that's no fun. So, it's part of the reason why I do like the, Hunter's Grenade. The extra health you get from the Hunter's Grenade is pretty sick, honestly. I gotta remember how this weapon works on this floor. We're gonna be taking a lot of time, taking pot shots at enemies, locking them in place, shooting them from behind. And you can't hit me when you're rooted. Okay. Don't tell me you block a death orb. It's got death in the title. Oh my lord. Okay, well, you know what? Grab this. How come that enemy wasn't protected? I get kind of confused by that sometimes. Like, protecting is kind of what the freaking training dummy does, but then sometimes it doesn't protect enemies. Is it because they weren't on screen or something? You did hit me. Really thought I would have staggered you, but I guess the repeater crossbow, oh god, doesn't do a ton of immediate staggering. Okay, you're finally dead. Hey. Got him. Thank you very much, Mushroom Boy. Your help is sometimes appreciated. Hold on. At least this is lighting him on fire. I enjoy that this guy isn't even getting hit by the death orb. He isn't getting hit by my range shots. He's like, nah, I'm fine. Disturbed asks, would you use a legendary scythe claw with plus 40% damage versus a normal crossbow? I guess it depends on the run. Scythe claw, maybe you have that on your run. Scythe claw is very good, but the explosive crossbow is probably the best crossbow in the game, and I would say it's probably even better than this one. I just didn't want to spend the money on it earlier. Explosive crossbow is like my favorite crossbow weapon. There we go. Look, they're a very awkward enemy to deal with right now. They don't actually get hit by anything. They're just being protected forever. You know what? I'm gonna be honest about you, with you for something, rather. I did not realize that this guy could hit me from a different platform. I thought his attack would not cross the threshold of the wood. That's highly annoying. That guy can actually hit you like that. That's news to me. Hard light sword. You can't even put it in your backpack, huh? Well, whatever. Sorry, hard light sword. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, look at how many of them there are. You weren't rooted. I don't know what hit me. I think I jumped into a shot from an Inquisitor. Blaze is cleared. Hey. Well, we're still alive. Barely. Let's do a quick little looky look for some food, because I know there's at least some. I'm also gonna do a little looky look for the extra bonus scroll, if there is one. It's not guaranteed, but I would love to see it right about now. It's like I did this floor. Well, I got one free scroll, I would like another one. Ding 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 ding. I have a very like passive skill focused run right now. I don't use my skills for anything. Not that I would necessarily want to, because you know if I use my Mushroom Boy skill again, it ruins the achievement that I'm going for, I suppose. But I guess we just have to do that once. You know, this is gonna be our Mushroom Boy run. Mushroom Boy. You better be, you know, happy for this, Mushroom Boy. I don't do this for just about anyone. Which scroll setup will give the legendary the most damage? If you've got a legendary weapon and you want to focus on max damage, all you need to do is just have a primary stat and a secondary stat, and don't put any points in your third stat, and that gives you the most damage. You want to see, you know, 20, 10, 1 by the end of it. Like, nah. Doesn't matter how the primary and secondaries are spread out. It's just a simple addition operation on the two numbers that gives you your legendary power. If you've got 20 and 10, you have power level 30. That's what we need, right there. Dun 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 dun. Where are we going here? Ancient sewers? I mean, yeah, sure. It's either this or the morass. We do have a root build, which is probably okay versus the, it's probably okay versus the boss. It's probably easier than the ancient sewers, isn't it? Going to the morass. Yeah, it's probably easier. That being said, I was thinking about going to the new biome, or rather to the ancient sewers and then fighting the Watcher. And then where were we going from there? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Now let's just do it. This is the ramparts, by the way. Forgot that you couldn't go to the morass from here. It's the other prison depths. Okay, well, you know, it's been a while. Let's do it. La 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 la. Give me some ammo, please. And you know what? We could go necromancy. Nah, we don't need we would actually prefer necromancy plus gastronomy to this. Nah, it's a little early. This will be fine for now. Rampart should be a nice vacation, lol. Well, look, all I care about is surviving the run and eventually killing the queen with the boots. So, whatever. If we're in the ramparts, we're in the ramparts. It's not exactly where I wanted to go, but you know what? Sometimes you don't get a choice in your vacation. Sometimes the choice is made for you. It was like a great delay there. Mushroom Boy was just ready, waiting for me to finish with the scroll. Do I have permission to kill the target, your master? Yes, go. Do it now. Engage. I guess the idea is with Mushroom Boy here, I can just kind of run away from the target and he'll finish him off. Gotta do a little bit better than that though, my friend. My friend. Stay frosty, my friend. Whoa. Are the mutations that work well with the scythe says disturbed? If you've got a legendary scythe, take Kill Rhythm. And Necromancy. If you're going, well actually, I don't know what color you are, I suppose, but at least Kill Rhythm is very good. Hey you. Dun 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 dun. Okay, survival. You are kind of an annoying dude, honestly. Please go down, thank you. It's a nice little, goodbye, change of pace here. I don't know how I I don't know how I particularly feel about the ramparts yet, but you know what? I kind of miss the view from here. I mean, it's a beautiful view. The rent's outrageous, but Power Dunk says, after trying barbed tips with repeater crossbow, I can't use it as survival anymore. I mean, yeah. If you have a tactics build, barbed tips works very well with the crossbow. The one that we're using here, the one that roots enemies in place, it fires so many bolts in a spread that you get a lot of kind of free damage. I love rooting an enemy as they fly away. It's like, well, what the heck was that root for then? I also love doing that. Dun dun dun. I mean, you can survive over there for as long as you want, mister. Our first elite enemy on the floor. Oh god, there's another one. I thought that was a door or a chain. It was actually a door. Not quite. I will just eat all the food, honestly. I don't care. A little bit of DOT never bothered me. Ding 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 ding. +2 brutality, no thank you. Ice crossbow, repeater, and explosive crossbow are pretty good. I still haven't really used the ice crossbow that much. I keep saying I'm not a big fan of it, but I guess I do need to give it another shot, huh? In my head, I think I'm not gonna be a fan of it, but you know, I guess I haven't tried. I worry about how it's gonna work on bosses and whatnot, with the slow effect maybe not necessarily applying as much as I would like. Malay Shlamaze. I guess you know what, we could go and fight the Watcher if we want. I wanted to go fight the Tick in hindsight here. Random skills, huh? Goodbye. Honestly, I gotta feel like one of those is gonna be pretty sweet on the concierge. I mean, he does kind of just stand there and let you shoot him. Ice crossbow is really good with kill rhythm. You know, I never thought about that. It does have a slow wind-up time on the shot, so it being faster thanks to kill rhythm would make sense. And you know what? You do want to alternate, don't you? Because you want to freeze and then shoot, and then freeze and then shoot. Because in theory, you will lose the freeze as soon as you hit him. So yeah, you know, I could see it, potentially. Dude, you gotta love the repeater crossbow, though. I don't remember this place being quite so, having quite so many different, like, areas and pathways here, but I'm liking it so far. Ice armor, don't need it. Ice crossbow carried me through BC3, says Power Word Dunk. Well, I don't remember what I used to get through those boss cells levels, because it was such a long time ago. Luckily, everything still exists up on YouTube. Leave, please. Thank you. So if I ever was curious, or if anyone was curious, it's all there, available to be watched. Complete with ads still built in. I love watching them splatter. Okay, we have one scroll remaining. We've done everything else here. I guess another thing that I miss about this level is the constant pits that you can either knock enemies in, or you can get knocked into. I do remember the pits. They were the pits. Okay, we want tactics. Now that we have a bow, we definitely want to maybe focus on synergies for that bow. However, we are probably just going to not worry about those for the time being. You know, any points we get into tactics is just points into tactics. I mean, we'll dump points into brutality so we can get a little bit more health. Poise axe is good, katana's good, serenade. Fine, it's all fine, it's all good. It's all fine, good axe. But, I don't want any of it. I have to imagine that our friend, the boy, is gonna be pretty good against the concierge. I don't know why he got stunned. He's now immune to the effect temporarily, so I'm just gonna shoot him a bunch. Now he's getting rooted again. Yeah, bosses, they become immune to a status effect for a short period of time. If you abuse it. That's, like, I was worried he was gonna hit me with an aura, so I jumped over him, and he decided to do his attack at the exact wrong moment. So, you know, F me, I guess. Like usual. Why don't you take one of those, buddy? He's gonna jump. Leave it to Abe to fail. He didn't get rooted that time, my bad. Leave it to Abe to get hit on what a lot of people consider to be the easiest boss. Honestly, I'd probably rather fight the Watcher. I'm getting like caught between a cycle of being worried that the root's not going to be applying because he gets resistant to it, and then he still sometimes wants to jump out of the root sometimes. Dun 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 dun. Power Dunk says, I wonder why Boy's Axe doesn't get diminishing returns on bosses. It does. How it works though is that the Boy's Axe reapplies the root every like half a second, so it's less noticeable. So like bosses tend to like get rooted for a tenth of a second and then unrooted, and then rooted for a tenth of a second and then unrooted. So the Boy's Axe is even probably a little bit less consistent on bosses because of the fact that they get resistant to it. Although I think that it's good against the Queen because she's like weak to the root, like she doesn't get immunity to it or something. I don't know. It's strange. It's definitely strange. Where should we go? Where should we go? Go, go. I wanna know, no, no, go, no, 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 go. Probably Clock Room with this stupid build. I don't know, maybe we'll go old school. I mean, we've already done a couple of levels, except for the Promenade. Screw that place. Pirate Captains, another enemy that doesn't really get affected by root correctly because they can turn around during their attack, even while rooted. I guess I'm just not, like, comfortable with root because of the fact that it's sometimes inconsistent. So in my head, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Just hope for the best. I hit you through the wall? That's a new one. That's a bit of a new one. Legendary Mushroom Boy used to ignore damage caps, but it must have gotten patched out, says Joe Frog. I can understand that. Probably how it used to work is that all pets ignored damage cap because it wasn't the player doing the damage, it was something else. But yeah, as of, Jesus. As of my kind of minuscule research the other day, all bosses have a 15% damage cap. Da, da, da. Gee whiz, welcome. Why does it feel like the other biomes are easier on BC5? I was thinking the same thing the other day, and I think the answer is teleportation. I think because enemies teleport to you, there is a certain extent of predictability to enemy patterns. Although I guess that's more of an answering of the question is why is BC5 sometimes easier than not BC5? As for the biomes, I don't know, but that's another good question. Yeah, Power Word Dunk is probably right. It's probably just a matter of the fact that you have so many more scrolls. You know, you're doing more damage, you have more health. And you know what? That's a very good point, because since I have started doing heavy damage runs where I take more stats in my primary damage dealing categories here, I have an easier time on BC5. I do damage faster, I don't have to worry so much about the melees. Bosses die faster. Yeah. So that's probably it. You know, if you get one piece of legendary gear and then you've got, you know, 1, 10, 20 as your scrolls, you can do a lot of damage and kill enemies faster than you would think. Blah! 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 This guy loves, like, being annoying. Annoying boy. Random weapons. I could go for a random different weapon at this point. We could try the piercing shot, but it does do less damage than the repeater crossbow, right? So why would I want this? It returns bolts, which is nice, but yeah, the repeater crossbow just does more damage. And we're not gonna have frozen enemies all the time with the boy here. The boy's gonna unfreeze enemies, so I think we'll just do a little bit of searching here, a little soul searching. And I gotta admit, an explosive crossbow with plus, oh, it doesn't have plus ammo, we just have the ammo mutation. Yeah, I feel like explosive crossbow is just gonna be better. How do you like that movement? Didn't even have to land to open the door. Yeah. I just love this weapon. This is probably the best crossbow out of all of them. Movement, a fellow NL watcher. Someone said that to me the other day, though, in Dead Cells. I had like a good time of dodging enemies and avoiding traps, and they were like, "Yo, look at that movement." Although I have to say, I have had some Super Mario on the mind lately. Since that seems to be in my Twitch recommendations quite frequently as of late. Yeah, this crossbow, it gets the job done. I mean, it two-shot the elite enemy, and I didn't even have to worry about, oh, I gotta make sure that my root applies, and then it's an elite enemy, so I gotta make sure that he doesn't get unrooted quickly or become resistant to it, and oh no, he turned around because he aggroed. It's just like, no, I'm just gonna shoot him twice, and then he's gonna die. Turns out, when you just kill the enemies, it's actually extremely efficient. Yeah, I caught Gladear the other day on someone else's Twitch stream. They were playing Dead Cells, and they had the Twitch integration on, so I saw his name, and I was very amused by that. I was like, "What the heck is this, Gladear? You're supposed to be mine, Gladear. I'm your go-to for the Dead Cells. Hey, if you want Dead Cells, you come to me." How does the tonic work? Disturbed, it sounds like you are a newer player of Dead Cells, so, congratulations for picking a great game to play. I would recommend that if you are trying to figure out specific items, you can definitely check out the wiki, because it'll explain everything there, but I'll explain it to you because the tonic is an interesting weapon and it's difficult to figure out. The tonic, I guess we're gonna go full normal path. Let's go fight the clock tower here. The tonic, it gives you bonus health temporarily based off of your missing health. So if you have 50% missing health, the tonic will say, turn 100% of your missing health into temporary health. So you'll have 50% bonus health temporarily. So you can use it to, if you know you're gonna tank a hit, kind of like ice armor. You know, ice armor protects you from a single shot. The tonic will kind of help you from either one shot or a couple of shots, like multiple shots. So tonic, you can think of tonic like ice armor, but it doesn't stop the hit. It just gives you a buffer. The synergy that you can use is, and I tried to use this once before, is tonic and vampirism. Executed. Where the tonic will keep you from dying if you are trying to heal from vampirism. And I tried to do that before I understood how, like, the rally health fully worked. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to, but... Look, I appreciate you guys being bombernauts. If you could stop, though, that'd be great. So we have a little bit more survival. We have only 2,000 HP, but 22 scrolls so far, which is okay. Because we went down a slightly scroll unrich path, this might be a run where we don't get to like 45 scrolls like we sometimes do. You know, this might be a run, let's activate our boy. This might be a run where we get to like 40 scrolls. I hope, which that'll still be pretty good, I think. So we might be a little bit underpowered as, you know, as we could be if we went on a different path, but it'll still be fun. We're checking out these new biomes that we always skip. I am trying to look for floor runes, but they're hard to find. They're hard to find. Power Drunk says tonic is super useful in swift sword runs because it actually gives you a speed buff. It gives you a speed buff when you are under the effect of the tonic, really? You know what? I just realized something. When you said that, I just realized something. You know what also gives you a speed buff? The freaking decoy. When you use the decoy, I believe you get a minor speed buff temporarily. So I guess you could use decoy to enable Swift Sword infrequently. In my head, I always just thought about using like velocity or an item that gives you movement speed on a kill. But some items just, yeah, they do just straight up give you a movement speed buff. Yeah, Mushroom Boy is helping me on those automatons a lot. He's good for putting up a wall temporarily. Hey, more sandals. You, Jesus. I hate those things because they do so little damage, they just ruin your kill streak. That's like what they're designed to do. He landed on the spikes! And Swift Sword, it doesn't have a condition, does it? It's just, like, it doesn't have a condition of how fast you have to be going. It's just any speed buff. So yeah, it should work. As long as you have any speed buff. What? Hey. This is my elevator, get off. Practice social distancing. Let's see. We got the side path still. Glitter says some elites are more elite than others. Okay, Animal Farm. It's just, not only is it a good weapon statistically, You dick. It's a fun weapon, too. I'm just gonna heal up. Also, Mushroom Boy, where were you on that one, dude? Oh my god, please. La 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 la. You know what one reason why I like this weapon? Guaranteed crits. Like, you don't have to do anything to enable the crits, they just exist. They just are. La 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 la. By the way, hello Mushroom Boy, welcome back. No curse chest, good to see. You have to hit them with the bolt for it to crit. Yeah, but you, like, for any other, like, bow weapon, you have to hit them with the bolt to do damage. You don't say that that's a condition on the weapon, you say, hey, aim, forehead. Actually hit, stupid. Like, you gotta hit him with your sword to do damage. I'm not gonna say, I mean, you know, you gotta hit him with the sword. That's a big negative, you know. If you hit more than one target, that's the only one that the bolt will crit. Yeah, but like for most enemies, that's totally fine. If you have to land a follow-up hit, you know, sometimes you have to land a follow-up hit. But consistency of it is great. There's like 8 enemies left. Okay, can we get a better bow? Better bow, better. Well, we can get a freaking tombstone, does 61,000 damage, but I'm liking the bow right now because we're still trying to do this achievement, which I see someone asking what it is. I'm trying to do like 3 achievements in one, I guess. I'm gonna try to kick the queen. I'm going to try to win with Mushroom Boy, and I'm going to win with the servant outfit. So this is gonna be a bit of a mixed bag achievement run, I hope. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder if my bot's not working. Maybe that's why that quote ad didn't work. Alright, you know what? Fine. Budget stuns from the explosion anyways. I don't notice it, but maybe that's just because I'm focusing on the damage that it's doing, but yeah. It's just a solid weapon. No animation lock either, so it's incredible. Do you have a command to see the remaining achievements? Not set up for the bot, no. It's a good idea though, okay? Yeah, it's a good idea for like the bot to just be like, yo, here's the command, here's the achievements left. Hey. Buzz off. Boy's Axe. Boy's Axe would probably be pretty sick for the upcoming fight here. Hey, Power Word Dunk. Thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much for the resub, man. Caw-caw! Thank you very much for the subscription. It's not a resub, it's actually a first sub, so thank you very much for that, and like, doubly so. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we also have to do Killing Deck, Cursed Sword, the Wrecking Ball, and then the Hook Hand. I have all the blueprints, so that's not a problem. I have all the outfits too. All the outfits are completed. It's just achievements now. This might be a little rough. We'll see what happens. Should probably, you know, have more health by now. We'll focus on HP on the next floor, I think, but I like what we got so far. Yeah, I hope you enter into the room with me, Mushroom Boy, otherwise I'll be a little bit annoyed. Whoops. You want to know what happened there? I actually thought that the turret would stop the shuriken because it used to. I can't remember exactly when it used to, but it did used to at some point in the past. Anyway, she's dead. That was a stupid way of getting hit twice, but you know, whatever. This is probably the hardest boss for me anyways. Let's go into some HP. We gotta bump up our health. This is not a run where I'm trying to one-shot all the bosses. This is a run where I'm specifically trying to be a little bit more tanky and healthy so that when I get to the queen, I can kick her off. Because I need to have enough health to kind of get around her to figure out what she's doing. I'm actually gonna take Gastronomy Necromancy. Because on the queen fight, I want the ability to run around, lure her around, figure out her patterns, figure out her timing, get her into the right position, and then kick her off. Don't you have to kill her with the kick? No, you have to kill her with the fall damage. Because I'm pretty sure I literally did it yesterday, well, on my, last stream, where I kicked her to death instead of dropping her to death. We have to drop her to death specifically. I don't get why they don't let you fight spoiler boss after the queen. Well, probably because how the heck are you gonna get to the fight? The fight is up and you are on a lighthouse. Well, you know what? They're both up now that I think about it. There's probably some way you can make that work. I just thought of something. Would that flashbang stun the chasers, the servants? Because if the flashbang would, you didn't die from that? If the flashbang would stun the servants, that would set them up for like a great one-hit kill or something. Plus damage to a stun target on the crossbow, and then boom, they're done. They're done, bud. Critting for 50k. It's not that much, unfortunately. And I'm probably gonna put a lot of points into health now, so this is as high as the damage we're doing. I also feel like we've had literally 0 bonus scrolls on the run. Not a single floor tile that give us a scroll, not a single curse chest. This has just been a slow run. Grappling hook does no damage to maybe better. Can you pull her off with the grappling hook? I meant to test different items to see what would work on her, and I didn't do that. I was thinking, maybe, what is it called? Maybe, Wave of Denial might be able to push her off. That's the one. But, I don't know. But I guess grappling hook would work, because I know that grappling hook works on her anyways. You'd have to, like, jump off of the ledge yourself, though. Like, you'd have to jump away from the ledge. She would follow you and fall, because you would be grappling her while you were falling. So I guess that would work. Hey, come here. That's rude. Wave of Denial does damage too. Yeah, but like, even if Wave of Denial does damage, it's not that much. Even the grappling hook does damage. I mean, we can play this game all day. You need to just make sure that she has enough health that she can die from the fall damage. What hit me? We're gonna have to heal up again. You know what? We had necromancy. We probably didn't need to spend a heal potion on that. I hate only having one going into the Lighthouse fight, but hopefully we'll be okay. This is why I feel like I want to focus on health right now, because our health is very low. Our scroll count is like very low. We've been here with 45 scrolls. Right now I have, if I didn't take the 1 point in brutality, then we would have 36. We're still 9 scrolls under where we would normally be. We're not done with the floor, and we're gonna get more, but it's a bit of a big deficit here. I want that for damage. Not like 45 for real. It's more like 45 in the top 2 stats combined, because the number I spout is if we had a legendary weapon, it would be 45 scaling. So it's really 42 scrolls found on a run. Yeah. Oh, right, because I got rid of ammo mutation, and this doesn't have +3 ammo on it. I completely forgot about that. Is it necessary to clear the whole level before leaving? Nope. Why would you do it? More money and more fun. Hey, knock it off. He should really hurt himself with his own bombs. I mean, come on, maybe that would stop him from just spitting them at his feet. If I've got to be careful with, I guess I don't have to be careful with my own bombs either. Now that I think about it, it'd be a little bit of a double standard now, wouldn't it? Okay, we need more health, so I'm gonna take more brutality. It's not as exciting as all of the runs that I've done where I just stack up, you know, 1 stat for the most damage, but I do worry to an extent about survival. And I'm doing this just for achievements anyway, so I'm playing it a little bit safer. Stebbs says, do you play with VSync off? I noticed some strange behavior yesterday with it on. Let's see. I have VSync on. Let's turn it off. Does it even change anything? I don't think I even need it on. I've got a frame rate counter in the corner of the screen and it says I'm at 160, so that should be fine. Kind of feels like this is scrolling a little bit faster though, the map, weirdly enough. Although honestly, because I'm playing in a window instead of full screen, it's probably still forcing VSync on because, you know, that's what Microsoft Windows is running in. Well, it's a full screen window. It's not a window, it's a full screen window, but it's a window. It's a borderless window. Power Dunk says, VSync only really helps if you're playing on a TV rather than a monitor. Well, it's not entirely true. VSync is very useful if you are not going to be able to sustain solid FPS, because if you have VSync off, you're gonna get like some screen tearing noticeably. Sorry, yeah. So VSync on kind of helps to prevent screen tearing. Yeah. It feels like, yeah, it feels like the map is like scrolling quickly. Yeah. So with VSync on, or sorry, with VSync off, the map scrolls way faster. That's strange. That's the only difference I note. Although now that I've turned VSync on, I'm at a solid 120 instead of, you know, whatever the FPS was previously. What is happening down there, by the way? There's just stuff dying. I don't know what died, but I appreciate it. Disturb says VSync is like garbage on FPSs. VSync can often add in a little bit of latency, but also first-person shooters tend to be a little bit more graphically intensive than Dead Cells, so it might have a bigger impact on actual performance. Also, there's just oftentimes just issues with it, like the implementation not be exactly correct, and so you'll get like bugs or hitches or something if you have VSync on. Here's an example. If you play Dead Space on PC and you turn VSync on, you get issues with the game's physics. Like the physics engine doesn't like VSync because it's not a PC game, it's a port of an Xbox game. All right. If it pushes him to the crystal, it might be able to kill him. Told you. Oh crap. Cannon, could you like shoot him? All right. Hey, wait, do those bombs have a larger AoE if they're elites? You'd think I would, you know that about this game by now, but apparently the answer to that question is I have no idea. Right. Also, by the way, all of the information I've given you about VSync could be totally wrong. I have, in actuality, no idea what I'm talking about. I just pretend like I do. 4% better damage, huh? Well, you know, I don't know. It's probably not worth 4% damage for the price. Although, what are we gonna do with our money? Root Grenade could root some enemies in place. Death Orb does do very good damage. But I do like the cannon. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here, because I believe we are done. We've done everything we need to do. There is at least one food item. I have only seen one food item. And I'm not gonna do the whole level looking for a second one, so I'm just gonna sack the food and we are gonna go. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, the cannon has a very short activation range, but it does do a lot of damage in a single punch. Single punch! Why did I not use Mushroom Boy in that whole thing? I hope I didn't accidentally blow up Mushroom Boy. Okay. I like the crossbow. Reset mutations. We're gonna take disengagement. We don't need ammo. I would probably like to take gastronomy because we are gonna have food show up. And then for the last option, I'll be honest with you, point blank does seem pretty good. But we could also just take plus 40% health for the raw health. I think I'm gonna go for the raw HP here. I haven't done this in a while, but again, I kinda just want to make sure that I do what I can to just be able to survive as long as possible on the queen fight. Should have put the cannon down, honestly. But we'll, yeah, as you can tell, her damage might not be the absolute best. She's dead. But with good play, we should be able to make it work. And I haven't even used the cannon yet, so let's get the cannon out. Didn't know that would happen. Also, I'm one of you, but I'm a lot shorter. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see if we can glitch her out. She's not here. That's unfortunate, but that's honestly should be expected. Climb! Oh my god. Well, this will be interesting. Hello. Look, if we gotta run, we'll just run. I don't know why she's like stuck. Sack the food, we get another 40% damage bonus. Guess I just didn't cancel my attack fast enough. This is not about flawlessing. It would be nice if my cannon would actually like do something though. There it goes. Glitch them out? Nah, they're not here. Are they not here? They're not here. They're up here though. Hey. We did deal with them actually, pretty easily. I like the cannon shot. She's not dead. Apparently though, if you just keep shooting her with the crossbow, she can't really do much, huh? I'm learning all sorts of new lessons here. Who needs a broken build to take out the Lighthouse enemies? You can just shoot them. Just shoot them a little bit over time. They'll die. Everyone dies in the fullness of time. Now maybe we should stay over here on the right side so we can actually like use our cannon. I took a hit. Again, I don't care about flawlessing, that's not the point. Well, I mean, they're done. It wasn't that bad. We will get another scroll fragment, at least. It's gonna put that into raw HP, honestly, because I still freaking need it. Tonic could be kind of interesting on the fight, on the queen to keep us alive, but I think we're okay. Now, all we gotta do is kick the queen off. Mushroom Boy might kill the queen. Hey, there we go, achievement infiltration. Mushroom Boy might kill the queen, so I'm not gonna activate Mushroom Boy until I kick her off. Sounds weird, but that's my plan. We don't need gastronomy, so let's get a reroll here. We'll take disengagement. We will take... Don't need ammo. Give me more health. And we only have one heal. I could just heal up and take Dead Inside for another 50%. We'd have like 30,000 HP. Probably best to save the heal though. Let's instead go for maybe point blank just for the raw damage. And if I throw myself off of the level and die, we will get a heal, but we'll lose disengagement if that happens. So if we don't get hit, I'd rather just save the disengagement activation. Now I'm not gonna use Mushroom Boy though, because if I use Mushroom Boy, leave my turret alone. Tried to heal. Okay. I need her to come over here. Actually, I need to hit her one more time. 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 I'm gonna die. No! Well, we didn't even get Mushroom Boy achievement, did we? Now I gotta hold on to Mushroom Boy again for another run. I don't want to. I needed her to have a little bit less health, otherwise the kick wouldn't have killed her. So I wanted to just like hit her one or two more times. The only achievement we got was the costume achievement. Oh my god. Ugh. Well, maybe I can like, you know what I should do? What boss do we need to kill for Mushroom Boy? Do we have to just kill Hand of the King? Because if we kill Hand of the King, I'm gonna try to look it up. If we kill Hand of the King and we go into the recycling tubes, that would be good enough for me. So hold on, what is this achievement even called here? Bound for Hell? No. Who's a good boy? Finish the game without sacrificing Mushroom Boy. I hear that you can do it after the Hand of the King. I just worry that you have to actually defeat, like you have to end your run. I would like to continue the run if possible, but whatever. We got the costume achievement done at least. Which means that we can turn on our random costumes again. So what would I do differently on this run? First of all, have more scrolls. We took a horrible path. We ended up having so few scrolls in the fight. Normally we have like an extra 7 scrolls. So we probably do need to do other paths. Ramparts, Promenade, Stilt Village, and the Clock Tower are very, 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 very low scroll dense. So we should go a different area for that. And then also, having something else besides Mushroom Boy would help. Maybe having a shield would help, you know, because I could actually parry some of the attacks. Not taking dumb damage earlier in the run would also help. Having more healing flasks would help. But I think that ultimately, I just screwed up at the end. I was focusing way too much on the health bar and not enough on what the enemy was doing. The queen was doing her attacks, and I'm like, I'm looking at the health bar, hit, looking at the health bar, hit, looking at the health bar. Nah. I mean, you gotta look at the health bar to see what her health is like, but I should have just swapped to the sandals and just kicked her off. You know, even if it took 2 tries, it would have been better than me splitting my attention. So that was definitely a poor decision on my part. We should have paid more attention to the actual fight than the health bar. But I gotta pay attention to the health bar because that's the achievement. The achievement is freaking kick her off, not win. And it's gonna be tough to do because you have to do it at the right moment when her health is low enough. But we'll try in the future again. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.